of you have really shorter fingers, all right? So what we've been doing, what we did this morning is we disengaged the mandible, okay? Because Mrs. Ayette, whose fingers are very short, she has to have her patient close a bit to get over the face and parallel here. She reduces this opening. So if that's you, you will undo your mandible and then you'll control the movement with your retraction non-dominant hand. So feel free to do that today, right? And in testing too. If your hands are short, and mine are long, so I can get here and I can get over the top and reach my fulcrum. If you can't, your fulcrum keeps lifting off, then close the mouth a little bit, right? So coming over here. Now, if you've played with this, I'm gonna demonstrate on the first molar here. You've realized that there's, how do I, you know, how do I do that? And then I go like that, and my grasp is just a disaster by the time I'm doing the buckle. Have you experienced that? Okay, so this is how you fix that, okay? For every molar, okay, every molar is gonna have a little bit different feel and maybe a little bit different place of the fulcrum, right? We're just talking molars right now, right? So the trick is to put the tip right around at the distal line angle, right? Kind of almost like perpendicular to the tooth surface, or like almost ready to do the buckle, all right? And get a perfect grasp right there. Can you see what the bird's eye view here of where my tip is on the tooth? And you gotta do this per molar, right? Then go like that and see if your grasp can handle both directions. It's kind of like when we did the anteriors, put it on the proximal and then roll it back. It's one of those little get yourself set up for success kind of tricks, all right? So I usually go almost ready to do the buckle. Not totally flat, but kind of almost, all right? Get a good fulcrum, a good grasp. Make sure you're right over the tooth. Roll it into the distal, and it'll feel a little crowded here for that, right? This index will come around back, but it's still stable. And then roll into the distal. Okay, notice where my arm is right now, right against my body, okay? Lift it out, and then start your roll and lift your elbow just a bit. What just happened? See, I didn't have to do the whole roll with my fingers. And it's not like way out here. It's just help yourself out. Go into the distal, lift your elbow just a bit, and it gets you ready. And the mesials are gonna feel crowded here. That you're gonna feel crowded, like you're gonna feel too near your fulcrum a little bit. But that, it kind of has to happen. And then, so the stroke would look like this. So check it, get your grasp really nice here, right there. Roll it in, tapping. Don't go deeper than the CEJ with this instrument ever, because you'll get into trouble. Make sure when you're at the distal or at the proximal that your terminal shank is against the contact, and then go up and down at least 5 times. We have to know that your tip has to reach the coal, which is the middle of the proximal at the CEJ, right? Up and down. Lift it out. Roll it with your fingers, but lift your elbow a little and it'll help you. Just under the tissue. And then bring your elbow down and go into the mesial. Get all the way to the mid-proximal and then go up and down 5 times. Okay, so let me show you what the whole thing looks like.